Welcome to English Storytime. Today, you will join a traveler named Ella as she embarks on a beautiful journey across the United States in one single day. This is not a normal day. It is a special one filled with movement, color, culture, and the open road. From sunrise in the east to sunset in the west, Ella explores cities, landscapes, people, and traditions. Along the way, you'll learn hundreds of English words in a relaxing and deeply visual story. Let's begin this coast-to-coast adventure. The next morning, sunlight filters through gauzy curtains. Birds sing outside the window. Ella rises with calm energy. Today she will fly to Italy. Her next destination, Rome. She arrives at Rome's Fiumicino airport just after midday. The heat is dry. The sun is bold in the blue sky. Taxi drivers call out gently in Italian. Ella steps into a cab and heads toward the heart of the Eternal City. Cobblestone streets. Shutters on every window. Laundry hanging from balconies. People walking with gelato in hand. Rome welcomes her with warmth and life. She checks into a small hotel near Piazza Navona. The air smells of espresso, basil, and warm stone. She changes her shoes, grabs her water bottle, and heads outside. First stop, the Pantheon. It rises like a giant whisper from the past. Columns of stone. A dome that lets in the sun. Inside it is cool and quiet. Light pours through the oculus. Visitors speak in hushed voices. Ella walks in a circle looking at each statue, each detail. She stops at a cafe and orders a cappuccino. She sits outside, watching the life of the piazza. Artists sketch. Children chase pigeons. Laughter bounces off the ancient walls. Then she walks toward the Trevi Fountain. She stands among a small crowd, tossing a coin over her shoulder into the blue water. Legend says this means she will return. The sound of water soothes her. She takes a photo, then continues on. Her feet carry her to the Spanish Steps. People sit and chat. Some read, some kiss, some simply rest. Ella climbs slowly to the top, then turns to see Rome below, its rooftops, its domes, its distant hills. In the afternoon, she visits the Colosseum. The stones are warm to the touch. She walks through archways where gladiators once stood. The air feels full of stories. Her guide speaks softly of history, of emperors, of courage and crowds. She crosses the Roman Forum. Ruins stretch across the land like a broken city still whispering. Ella walks among columns and scattered marble. Flowers bloom between stones. Time is layered here. As the sky turns orange, she crosses the Tiber River on a footbridge. Musicians play violins. Couples stroll hand in hand. Street lamps begin to glow. She dines in Trastevere, a small table on a quiet street. A bowl of pasta with tomato and basil. A glass of red wine. Bread dipped in olive oil. Candlelight. Laughter around her. A slow, joyful rhythm. Later, she walks home under a canopy of stars. The city is alive but soft. Scooters pass now and then. Windows glow. The smell of rosemary drifts from an open kitchen. She returns to her room, opens the window, and sits by the sill. The air is cool. Bells ring softly in the distance. Rome sleeps in layers, modern and ancient, noisy and still. She writes in her journal. She feels full again. Full of steps, tastes, sounds, and language. Then she sleeps. And dreams of Florence, her next stop. Let's review some vocabulary from Ella's journey in Rome. Colosseum, a large, ancient arena in Rome. Piazza, an open square in an Italian city. Oculus, a circular opening at the top of a dome. Forum, a public square in ancient Rome. Trevi Fountain, a famous Roman fountain where people toss coins. Cappuccino, a coffee drink with milk foam. Trastevere, a charming Roman neighborhood. Basil, a fragrant green herb used in Italian cooking. Dome, a rounded roof on a building. Scooter, a small motorbike. Balcony, a small outdoor space attached to an apartment or hotel. Marble, a type of stone often used in statues and buildings. Gelato, Italian-style ice cream. Shutter. A panel on the outside of a window. Footbridge. A small bridge for walking. Journal. A personal notebook for writing. Quick quiz. Where does Ella toss a coin? Into the Trevi fountain. What does she see through the oculus? Sunlight streaming into the Pantheon. Where does Ella eat dinner? At a small table in Trastevere. What is the Colosseum? An ancient Roman arena for events. Where does Ella go next? Florence, Italy. Thanks for exploring Rome with Ella. In the next part of her journey, she will discover the art, light, and quiet magic of Florence. Come back soon for the next chapter.